What's poppin', homies? It's your favorite homegirl, Gossip Girl. And today I want to talk to you about a case. This case is involving a young woman named Aniyah Womack. She's 19 years old. Oh man, it's really sad. And then not only is it sad, but it doesn't make sense at all. Now let's go ahead and get into this. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is investigating a case where a woman was shot and then dropped off at a local hospital overnight on Wednesday. She died hours later. Her family identified her as Aniyah Womack, 19. "We love Aniyah very much, so much," said her grandmother, Gail Taylor. Now, Taylor and her family feel the circumstances leading to Womack's death don't make sense. According to JSO, officers were called to Memorial Hospital around 12:30 a.m. Wednesday. Taylor said she and Womack spoke over the phone just 6 hours before then. She said that she was going to be home today, so that's what we were waiting on, for her to come home, said Gail Taylor. Her family said Aniyah was with a group of people who they believe aren't speaking up. Now you see that right there? A group of people. Within that group, somebody knows something, if not all of them. She was with a group of people. So if Aniyah Womack was with a group of people, let's just say she calls them her friends, how did Aniyah Womack, 19, end up shot and on the side of the road, from the side of the road to the hospital, and now she's deceased? Somebody knows something, if not all of them. And it's messed up because, see, we have to watch who we call our friends. I tell my children this. It was taught to me, and I'm going to keep saying it. We have to really, really watch who we call friends and who we keep in our circle. Because there's no way in hell this girl end up dead and her friends or those group of people that she was with don't know what happened to her. Oh, they know. They know what happened to her. They're not saying anything. And for that, they're not her friends. Because if I was her friend and I know this happened to her, I'm going to say something because I want justice for my friend. The family should not only be outraged, but her friends as well should be outraged. The people that she was with should be outraged and upset and want to know what happened to her if they didn't have any involvement. But see, they're keeping quiet because they are involved. They are involved. So now a family is in pieces and hurt because their loved one is gone and no one is saying nothing about it. Preliminary information to JSO brought officers to the intersection of Trednick Parkway and Monument Road. That is over there in Regency. I know exactly where that's at, and I know about Memorial Hospital. Okay. JSO said there was no scene at that intersection, but police said somewhere in that area she was picked up by a man and a woman. They dropped Aniyah off about 15 minutes away at Memorial Hospital. Police are now questioning the people who dropped her off. We want to know where her stuff is, where she is. Where are her friends that were hanging out with her, said Autumn Redding. And that's Aniyah's cousin. And she's absolutely right to be asking these questions. Where is her stuff? Where is her friends? Where are the friends that she was hanging out with? What's going on? Any accident, you stay by their side, you follow through. This wasn't that. Now, when the police went over there to Trednick Parkway and Monument, there was no scene. There was nothing there at that intersection that would point to her being murdered or whatever. There was nothing there. So What happened to Aniyah Womack? Who is responsible for her death? Who are the people that picked her up and took her to the hospital? Now, I'm going to say this. Some people probably don't want to get involved. Okay? They feel like, you know what? I don't want no police coming to me. They probably saw her lay down on the sidewalk and was like, oh my God, let's just help her and get to the hospital. Okay? They probably didn't know if she was going to make it or not, but they took her to the hospital. So I can't say they were involved in this because I don't know, but they took her to the hospital. Now, they didn't leave their name and information, you know, but they did take her to the hospital. But at least call in to JSO and say, hey, you know what? I was that person that took that young girl to the hospital. I don't know what happened. I don't want to be involved, but I did take her to the hospital. That's all. People are scared to get involved in things these days because you just never know what can happen. And I understand that. Trust and believe, I understand that. But if that was me, right? Me and my husband saw her on the side of the road and we decided to stop and take her to the hospital, I'm going to at least leave my information for them to call me. And I'm going to say, listen, I saw her there. I brought her to the hospital so she can get seen, and I left. I don't know who she is. I don't know what's going on, what happened to her, or who did that to her. But I just wanted her to get to the hospital. I didn't want to see her just left out there like that. That's what I would have said, and that would have been it. You know? But like I said, people are so scared to leave their information and to get involved. You know? But I really don't think they had anything to do with it. For right now. But I do hope and pray that the police find the people she was involved with. Where is her phone? If they give the police her phone number, can they tap into it? Like, where is her phone? Where's her purse? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are all these things? Police said it's unclear if the people who dropped her off were good Samaritans or suspects. It could be either way, to be honest. They could be good Samaritans or they could be suspects in this. It could be either way. Now, whoever dropped her off didn't give the hospital Aniyah's name. Maybe because they didn't know it. Now, the family got to the hospital between 1 and 2 a.m. They said Aniyah died around 4 a.m. Under the circumstances, it's no reason we're providing a name for her after she passes away, said Redding. We definitely want to make sure that her life is represented to know that they took somebody special from us, and we're going to do what we can do to make sure we get justice for her. And I really hope they do. I really hope they do. Redding said Womack was supposed to be starting a new job on Wednesday. Now, Womack's sister told News4Jax she was the life of the party and didn't deserve to be left at the hospital alone. The family is asking for prayers and for anyone with information to come forward and call JSO. If you'd like to contribute to Womack's funeral cause, you can do so on the family's GoFundMe page. Oh my goodness. They just left that girl out there like that. That's, you gotta be some type of monster. You gotta be some kind of monster to do that. Now, here's the thing. Going back to the hospital situation, when they dropped her off, can they get the footage? Well, they can. They can get the footage from the camera to see who those two adults were. Okay? Maybe if they put their face out there, they'll be like, you know what? Let me just come in and just tell the people what I know or whatever. They probably did it already. This is the police we're talking about. They probably did it already. But I'm just saying, get the hospital footage, okay? Now, here's the thing. As I'm reading another article, I see that it's saying JSO have not confirmed the location of where the shooting occurred and is still unknown, although the family of the victim say that she was with people in the Regency area of Jacksonville at the time she was shot. There got to be some cameras around that area that can pull up something. Her family is asking the public to help identify a suspect. We need the community and we need the person watching this to know. Turn yourself in or call the anonymous tip line. Anybody that's, let's just do the right thing. Come on. Just do the right thing. Her family needs justice. They deserve justice. We would love to know why this happened to her. What happened? How did it get to this point? How did it get to this point? My heart goes out to the family. Okay? I send them prayers and condolences. She was only 19. 19. She didn't even begin to live life yet. Okay? Didn't even begin to live life. Still a teenager, 19. Okay? Fresh out of high school. And this happened to her. I'm going to make sure I keep checking in on this case because I would love to know who did this to her. And you know what's so weird though? Usually when I put someone's name in Facebook and a post will come up about Aniyah or anybody. When I typed in Aniyah Womack's name on Facebook, I didn't see anything that would lead me to her friend saying, oh my God, my friend, is gone, or, she was mad cool or anything. I didn't see any posts. Now, I don't know what name she goes by on Facebook or to her friends, but I didn't see anything except for the news articles that was posted. Those group of friends of hers that she was with, they know something. And they're not saying. And that's messed up. Because if you was this girl's friend, like you say you are probably, y'all always hanging together in that area, you would tell somebody something. But I bet you her items are going to be found. I bet you they're going to get rid of her items. They're either going to get rid of her stuff or all of a sudden it's going to be found on the street somewhere. I'm telling you. And sometimes people are so brave enough, they'll just, if they know where her family lives, they'll just put the stuff right there on the steps or by the house and just leave. The family deserves to have her items. Give the family back her items. Turn yourself in. This world, man, is, oh God, it's just, people out here is just so wicked. So wicked. It doesn't make it, that's why I preach to my kids, yo. Not everybody is your friend. Only have a few people in your circle. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just so scared stuff like this. Just stuff like this. You hanging with people that you think you cool with, you friends with, and then something bad happened to you and nobody's saying nothing. They wasn't your friend in the first place. They're not saying nothing. I just feel so bad for her family. So bad for her family. And you know what? I'll always keep them in my prayers. Because this is just, oh, man, this is something. All right, you guys, that's all I have on this. Like I said, I'm going to keep a close eye on this, and I'll talk to you later.